So the name of the grant is GPS Systems, stands for Guided Pathways to Success, Systems Sustaining Years of STEM.
Get this rolling, okay?
This is preparing you for college.
It's designed to broaden student participation
Meet you.
Very nice to meet you as well. I'm Benita Giddings.
Michael.
in STEM.
All right, so welcome to Richard Bland.
With our partners, we want to do several STEM initiatives, STEM projects that engage.
Having a partnership with Richard Bland College and the Petersburg City Public School is crucial, and we can see now that the students are actually having their dreams come to fruition.
We now are in partnership with the cities of Hopewell, Petersburg, Surrey County, Dinwiddie, and Prince George County school systems, and we built MOUs around active learning environments.
We are from Amazon Web Services.
We had representatives actually from Amazon that flew in from Seattle, Washington, just to engage our students.
The Richard Bland Research and Innovation team got in contact with us.
We can push that because I can crunch this.
The beautiful thing about this program is our partners.
Like, we leverage tech, but we have to still use ourselves and our brains to regulate it and decide.
And we work with high schools across 6 countries, globally across the whole world. And we're always looking to connect with high schoolers, and the work that Richard Bland was doing to reach out to the communities to us was really interesting.
When Amazon came, they were all about teaching the kids about the cloud and how the cloud works. So what is this cloud?
And it went over the fact that a lot of people think the cloud is just an abstract idea, but it is a real thing that we use in almost everything we do daily.
At Amazon, we're creating lots of jobs with our cloud side of the business, AWS. And we believe that if we're creating all of these jobs, not just at Amazon, but at companies all over the world, we have a responsibility to inspire the next generation and get them excited about all of the opportunities that they have for them.
The Amazon experience, I think that was one of the fun parts of this camp.
We are flying this drone beyond where we can see.
Another partner is Drone Up.
We talk about airmanship. Anyone know what airmanship is?
Drones are something that students are very interested in.
This information is your route. STEM camp students come. We as Drone Up gave a small presentation to the students. We're flying at about 5-6 miles away and only operating off of LTE, so cell phone connection. It was a good way that we could reach back to students or high school students and show them what type of avenues that they can take when it comes to STEM.
I'm gonna kill one of these motors and you'll see how it reacts. So you see how one side dipped down because it lost the propulsion on that arm.
We had a number of students come through to the hub where we train our prospective pilots that fly deliveries for us at Drone Up.
And then after we land, after we remove the batteries, we'll let you guys go up, you can touch them. But in reality, there's so many avenues that these students can take. There can be structure engineers, software engineers, there can be pilots that actually are flying it, there can be maintainers that are maintaining the drone.
We had a number of students get a chance to see what it would look like to actually pilot the drone from inside the tower.
So with the Drone Ups, they were able to see what droning looks like, not just playing with drones outside, but you can also make a career out of it. So I think it was nice to have that introduction to them as well.
On the third day, we all ate breakfast together.
We took a bus ride to the airport.
As an educator, it is very important to bring students out to have experiences such as this at the Richmond International Airport.
The pilots use a checklist every time they fly.
So when we first got to the airport, we went to the maintenance hangar.
Our airplanes fly a little bit higher than the average airliners. The STEM students from Richard Bland College came by today and got a brief introduction to aviation. We do a lot of communications checks. I'm with the maintenance team. I discussed some of the items that we commonly refer to as scheduled and unscheduled maintenance.
And they showed us how they take care of the airport, specifically the runways, and what they do when there's inclement weather.
This is our snow removal equipment building. Our goal in this whole program is to expose students to the opportunities that exist in the aviation industry. This is a city. And there are varied jobs. Anything you're going to find in a county government or city government, you're going to find here.
Everything that you see outside, we maintain. The trees, the shrubs, everything except for the electrical.
And it's all related to STEM.
Flight 807, you're clear for landing, runway 7 Bravo.
How many of you guys have flown in an airplane before? Richard Bland STEM Camp visited our hangar today, and they saw 4 very cool things.
We had restricted access, basically, to parts that the regular public doesn't get access to.
So you guys are wearing a headset with a microphone. You could talk back and forth to each other.
We saw a couple smaller planes.
This is an aircraft that a lot of people, it's their first flight. If you wanted to buy this airplane brand new, it'd be $700,000.
Oh my God. There was a simulation for us to actually see what it's like to drive an airplane, well, fly an airplane.
And it has all the controls. It has rudder pedals, it has a yoke or steering wheel, and it's got a throttle for them to practice takeoffs and landings.
It was very technical. It was just like the real thing.
So the last thing they were in was also a King Air.
We went in the governor's plane that he takes himself.
We were also able to speak to the CEO, Mr. Miller.
I'm really glad to see you all and hope you all are learning a lot.
He had a lot of insight on how the airport worked, and he described it as a little city.
Every discipline you can think of that takes place in a city pretty much takes place here.
He came and he engaged and talked directly with our students.
I really did not know what I wanted to be when I grew up.
I appreciate the fact that he was so candid.
But I got really focused when I went to college.
He talked about what it takes to be an amazing student and have an awesome career.
When I entered the workforce, I started as a student intern.
He didn't know what he wanted to do either, but aviation sparked his interest and he kept going with it, and now he's the CEO of the Capital Regional Airport Commission.
Well, when I entered the workforce, I was so prepared. For the first 8 years of my career, I was promoted 7 times.
He really honed in on the fact that you can really, if it sparks your interest, then go with that.
We're now boarding rows 30 to 40.
We utilize mindfulness techniques.
So remember last class we talked about mindfulness.
We look at mental health and positive outcomes.
What's one stereotype you've heard related to mental health?
We utilize positive psychology.
So it means being able to work productively, being able to recognize signs or be aware of signs where you may be becoming distressed. They taught us techniques on how to meditate.
We want to teach you guys techniques and strategies and how to just be more mindful.
How to self-care and how to center ourselves and express how we feel in a safe and open place.
We actually work with virtual reality to allow students to go into virtual systems and imagine themselves in different places.
The virtual reality program was definitely my favorite part of the camp. The teachers taught us a lot about how to relax. The VR tied to the mental health class, where they taught us how to deal with our emotions.
We never know what people could be going through.
It's also about creating equitable outcomes for underrepresented students, rural students. Here at Richard Bland, we have a diverse student population. It's just such an exciting and engaging time that we're just happy to partner with everyone.
So I think the exposure is probably the best thing to come out of this for the students.
I feel like the STEM camp was very insightful. It showed students how science, technology, engineering, and math are present in their daily lives, and I feel like it was very eye-opening and a good pathway to give students that encouragement they needed to pursue STEM.